to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit.
You ask and you shall receive. Today's video is all about productivity and my weekly cleaning routine. But before I get started, today's video is sponsored by Squarespace, which is an all-in-one platform to build an online presence and run your own business. But I will mention them a little bit later in this video. For now, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Being productive is really just focusing on the right things and making progress towards that. I've mentioned before that I heard this concept a long time ago, and it's all about creating a progress list and not a to-do list. And the purpose of creating a progress list is that you are, like I just said, focusing on the 2 or 3 things that are most important to get done, and then all of the other stuff can wait. Having a to-do list typically there's so much stuff on it that it can be overwhelming. So for me, that's what I personally have stuck with. I know that to-do lists are necessary sometimes, but I don't typically like going to a to-do list all of the time. So some days cleaning is at the top of my progress list and some days it's not. I'm okay if my house is a little bit messy certain days because I'm just burnt out and I don't care. I know that I will get to it the next day. And it's actually an incredibly big mindset shift going from someone who wouldn't let anyone in her house unless I had mopped the floors to just being like, you know what, I'll do it another day. Big mindset shift that had to happen there. But I will talk a little bit more about productivity tips later in this video. If you're new here, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Michelle. I'm a mom of 2 toddler girls, Sailor, who is 4, and Savannah, who is 2. A little over a year ago, I got started here on YouTube, and we have just created this amazing community. You guys help me out so much, and hopefully I help you guys out by giving you tons of motivation, and I would just love for you to join this community. But it is a Sunday morning, and this is my primetime cleaning day, so let's go ahead and get started.
Shine on me, shine on me. Shine on me, shine on me. I've been going out of my head, I've been waiting for someone to give me help. All I'm asking for is just some space and some time, then I'll be alright. I've been having thoughts in my mind I can't get out. Tell me things I can't say myself, from you and nobody else. Everything is out of my sight. This is all so new to me. I can do it all in your way. Say all the things that you say. I can do it all in one night. When I go out.
So I'm just going to start off and say that I don't have a set, specific, perfect cleaning routine. I think that all of the moms here with toddlers, I'm giving you guys a special shout out because you kind of understand that your house just gets disastrous all the time. Or maybe I'm the only one, but I'm just saying that, as much as we try and they pick up their own toys as much as possible, sometimes it's just easier for me to just go in and get it all done or get as much done as possible. So the main living areas, and maybe you can relate to this as well and let me know, are the living room, our master bedroom, and our kitchen. So those are the areas that I try and keep clean on a daily basis. But then on Sunday mornings is when I go in and try and get a little bit more of the deep cleaning. I wouldn't necessarily call this deep cleaning, but a little bit more cleaning than what I try to do in the evenings. On Fridays and Saturdays, we have a pretty busy schedule. We're always like out and about. We are super social. We are always on the go somewhere. So that's why by Sundays, Chris works on Sunday mornings. So by Sundays, that's when I just go in, and everything that's been piled up from the weekend is when I go in and clean it up. So do you guys, if you clean on the weekends or do like more of a deep cleaning on the weekends, do you prefer on a Saturday or Sunday? Leave me a comment below.
The light doesn't shine on me. I go out. The light doesn't shine on me. I fade out. It's all so new to me. I need you. Someone to show me the way. The light doesn't shine on me. Shine on me, shine on me.
I vacuum our couch pretty often because we have an 11-year-old black lab named Piper, and as sweet as she is, she likes to rub against the couch. So that's why I'm always typically vacuuming the side of the couch. And here I'm using the cordless Tinco vacuum with the handheld attachment.
It was a Thursday night when I first saw you. Those green eyes caught me. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a Friday night when I first kissed you. You struck me like lightning. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day 24/7, you call my name, and I will come running, yeah, every day.
For some of the kitchen cleaning stuff, I had purchased a whole set of the e-cloths, kitchen and just the regular multi-purpose cloths. And if you're not familiar with e-cloths, you basically aren't supposed to use any type of product on them because whatever they're made of helps kill 99% of germs without products. But I love the kitchen one. So typically the dish scrubber and then one of the other kitchen cloths are my absolute favorite. I still use Dawn soap with them, but they are still my go-to. If you have a special dish scrubber that you prefer, then leave me a comment down below and let me know what it is.
And released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed. Every day 24/7, you call my name.
I know that a lot of people have reached out and said, you know, you wanted to either create a YouTube channel or do something to help other people. You all have such amazing stories and you want to use those in order to help others. So I mentioned a long time ago before I got started on YouTube, I actually had a fitness blog because that was my passion at the time. And in order to get started with a blog or a website of any kind, I am going to introduce to you guys a platform called Squarespace. So Squarespace offers many different things, but one thing that you can actually use this platform for is to create a blog of your own. And what's great about it is it's very simple to use. You don't have to be a super techie person or anything like that. Once you get signed up, then you can basically browse several different templates. And then from the templates, you can really customize it based on your needs. Some of the blogging tools that it includes is that you can categorize, share, and schedule all of your posts out, and also use a highly integrated commenting section so that you can really interact with your audience. So make sure you check out squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, then make sure you go to squarespace.com/Michelle O'Malley to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
great. But I'm thinking about the way the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you.
So the main areas that I'm hoping to accomplish today are really getting the kitchen clean, getting the living room cleaned. I am trying to wash our duvet cover and all of the sheets, getting some laundry done, and also just getting the floors done. So maybe you guys can relate, but once I get going, I'm just like on a mission to get it done as fast as possible. I wish that I could be like some of y'all and find cleaning as being more therapeutic and relaxing, but for me, it's like go, go, go. And leave me a comment down below. I kind of want to know what you guys feel about cleaning. Is it more therapeutic and just kind of relaxing where you can, de-stress and everything? Or are you kind of like me where it's like, okay, we got to get it done, so let's just hurry up and get it done? And I can relax when I'm sitting on the couch or sleeping. So there's no wrong answer. I'm just curious what you guys think.
The way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me. When the sun in the water sinking down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over.
So in this little area, I have those vases, and if you saw, it is completely broken. So my girls were playing hide and seek, I guess, one day, and Savannah, my 2-year-old, tried to hide behind there. Like, we've had those vases there for ever since we have been there 6 years ago, and she knocked it over and broke the whole thing. So the other one is broken as well. So I'm like, man, these were kind of expensive and I don't want to buy new ones. Eventually I'll replace them with something else. But I kind of do the old fashioned way, just turn it around. And if you can't see it, then you never know. So now I'm just trying to like vacuum up, and I pull up the rug a little bit because there's so much dirt and there's like a smashed blueberry under there. So, you never know what you're going to find. Which leads me to a couple more stories that I received from you guys' comments. And I really hope you don't mind me sharing these stories from the comments because I think they're so awesome. I love it when you guys share stories with me. But someone said that they found, I think it was at their boyfriend's house, that they found a dead fried lizard in the oven. And if you've been around since the mouse stories, if you know, I got another mouse story. Somebody found a mouse in their toaster. But thank you guys so much for opening up and sharing all these stories. I think that we all enjoy them. So make sure you keep them coming.
But I'm overzealous, it goes around. We should cut to the chase right about now. I think we should talk about it. Diving deep, let it go, so you want it. Talk about it. Gotta know that you want it. Talk.
So on Sundays, once I get the main areas done, it usually takes a couple of hours, maybe 1 to 3 hours at most. Then I will finish up at night, finish all of the laundry that was drying during the day or whatever. And then before bed, I obviously have to put the sheets back on the bed. So I have mentioned before, but if you're new here, I do work from home full time out. So I have a full-time job aside from YouTube, and my girls do go to their daycare, or I like to call it just their school. So I pick out their clothes the night before. I don't pick out like a week's worth full of clothes, but I do just pick out their outfits the night before. Sailor, who is my 4-year-old, is now getting a little bit picky with her clothes. So sometimes I'll pick out something and then the next morning she does not want to wear it. So a lot of times I'll let her pick out her clothes the night before. That way, right before school, we have everything picked out. We just get them out of bed and then get them dressed as soon as possible. So doing like a full, I think somebody asked about like a night routine or a morning routine, and like doing a full routine, honestly, I wish it was like so easy and I could show you guys all the steps you needed to take in order to make it so smooth. But my mornings and nights are both kind of chaotic. So I'm like, I don't know if that would be helpful for anyone because, I struggle just as bad. So some mornings are easier than others. Some mornings are not as easy as others, but I'm just doing the best I can. I like to say that I'm like a laid back type A personality. So I like to have a plan. I like to be on schedule. I like to know what I'm working towards that week. And then I have a couple top priorities that I am very adamant about completing. But, some of the other things, like I talked about a to-do list, if, those things kind of don't fall through, then I am laid back and I will be flexible. I have learned over time to be really patient with things, and cleaning is one of those. So kind of short story, if you want to, really accomplish the couple of goals that you set for yourself that week, sometimes other things just have to fall in the back burner. You can't be 100% on top of everything all the time. You're going to stress yourself out. I promise. I've done it. So, when things fall to the back burner, and if they're really important, then just kind of reprioritize your goals for the next week, or just be more patient with those things. So I finished up with Sunday, and now I am moving on to my Wednesday power hour. So during the week, I typically like to work out on my lunch breaks 3 to 4 days a week. So that extra hour or 2 hours a week that I have, I will do some type of work, whether it be cleaning or just getting like extra work done, like for my YouTube channel. On this specific day, I don't typically go outside and clean the outside area. I let Chris, my husband, handle that, but we are prepping for Sailor's birthday party. So as I'm speaking right now, she already had her party, and then this next Sunday, I'll kind of walk you through cleaning it up a little bit. But one of my main goals is to get all of the cushions off the couch and wash them. We typically power wash, but we just didn't have enough time to, Chris was super busy. So I was like, it's just easier for me to try and wash them. But as I'm like taking these cushions off, I realized they're on so tight that I'm actually ripping the pillow. So I only took off the ones that were the worst. And then the other cushions I just left, and I was like, we'll just power wash them another time. Couple of the cushions with a pretty bad stain. I'm going to use this Folex cleaner. The Folex typically does a really good job on stains. I had not used it on the outdoor cushion, so my goal is to see if it can get out this really, really bad stain. I have a couple areas on this cushion that are really bad. I'm not sure if that's mud or mold. It didn't really seem like mold, but I'm not sure. Maybe you guys know. But the Folex cleaner is doing some work on it. It's getting it out a little bit, but it does not get it out 100%. So I keep trying, spraying it and then dabbing the spot, kind of rubbing it in as much as possible. But I end up just going ahead and throwing those towels in the washing machine.
Might be a little crazy, I don't mind. I like the way it feels. No need to set off the alarm. No, see, I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no.
Another area that I am going to get picked up this afternoon is the upstairs playroom. It's been a disaster since the weekend. We had a bunch of kids come over the weekend, and Chris's mom watched all of the kids together while we went out on that Saturday. And then when I came home, everything was just a mess. I'm sure it was also my kids as well. So just to make sure everything gets put back in the right bins, I just come up in here whenever it gets really bad. I just come up and do a complete clean. Here and there, I'm tell the girls they need to go pick it up themselves. But when everything is just dumped out of the boxes, then it's just easier for me to come in and do it. Also, as I'm about to talk about productivity, I know that a lot of people comment, whether it's mean or nice or whatever, about, ways that I should be doing to make my cleaning life easier. But I do just want to point out that I have a cleaning channel. So YouTube for me is an outlet for creativity and also to really help motivate and inspire you as best as possible. And I show you guys all of my real life messes. And I admit that I'm not the perfect organizer. I admit several times I am not the perfect cleaner. And I also admit that cleaning is not my passion in life, but I do have a cleaning channel and my passion is helping and motivating others, and cleaning is an outlet for that. So that being said, I don't mind cleaning up the mess. I know if that's not the way that you typically do it, then you don't have to change your ways in doing anything. If you don't like the clutter, then don't have clutter, So for me, I just believe that everything happens for a reason, and because of the disaster of my house, the mess, the clutter that I have, everything just kind of worked out in an amazing way. And I really hope more than anything that you guys have gotten something, at least in one of my videos, have gotten something helpful, whether that be just a mindset shift or even if it was an organizing tip, just something that helps you out.
Oh, can't you see I'm so high?
Now, just going into talking a little bit about productivity, I have gotten questions about, how do I do it all? I've mentioned before, yes, I do work from home. After COVID, I started working from home full time. I go back into the office every once in a while, but majority of the time I am at home. And then I also have a YouTube channel, and then I also started a coaching program where I help teach people how to start a YouTube channel and grow on YouTube. And most importantly, I am a mother of my 2 beautiful girls. So how do you do all of this? How do you get it all done? So my first tip is to set boundaries. So Mel Robbins' course from $1 Million Morning says do not have your phone in the morning. Do not use it as an alarm clock. Put it in a different room and do not get distracted by your phone in the morning. I follow that principle as well as I put my phone away from 5 to 7 every single night so that I do not get distracted by my phone. I set timers for social media so I have time limits that I can be on there, and I focus on spending that time with family. My tip 2 is to set goals for the week. So I have family goals, and my daughter Savannah is currently potty training. So there is pee on the toilet seat because, once she uses her little seat, and if there is anything on there and we flip the seat back, then it falls on the back of the toilet. So my goal this evening is to actually clean up because we are moved on to Wednesday night. But I typically have 3 different goals: business goals, personal goals, and family goals, and I have mapped those out for the week. My third tip is to stop making excuses. So if I have something that I have to finish for the week, then I will get up at 5 a.m. and work from 5 to 7, take my kids to school, work all day, and then finish it up at 8 o'clock at night if I need to. So if you need to kind of turn off that Netflix show for a little bit just so you can focus on your goals, then I highly encourage that. And my last tip is to offload things that you don't enjoy or that are not allowing you to be productive. So Tim Ferriss, from his book, The 4-Hour Workweek, is all about automation or offloading unnecessary tasks. But I also like to put this as just asking for help when you need it. I get it, us moms feel like we have to do absolutely everything, and although we are super women and we can, it's not always necessary. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help. So I hope that these tips were a little helpful. So after we spent a lot of the evening outside in the backyard, it looks like Sailor stepped in some dog poop. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit more in the backyard while Chris is giving the girls a bath. And I'm also going to try and put those cushions that are done drying back on the couch outside.
The memories are our mistakes, we can never make it true. Our deception slips right through. What did I do? I must have been so careless. Progress too soon, but you got me so breathless. Can we work it out this time? Oh, you got money on your mind.
So remember those stains from earlier? So this is after I used like a lot of the Folex cleaner and then I washed everything in the washing machine. It did not get the stain 100% out, but I think that it did a pretty good job.
But not this
So we had planned to have Sailor's 4th birthday party kind of outside and do like this princess picnic party, and about 2 days before, so I think this was Wednesday, we were expected to get rain all Saturday. So we were kind of like looking at the weather. I was seeing if it was worth it to go ahead and power wash, the rest of the cushions or not, or just leave it if, we weren't able to be outside. But luckily it did not rain. It sprinkled just for a little bit and we did not get rained out. But it is Friday. So I took Friday off of work so that I could decorate for her party. I did not show like a whole ton of decorating, but I am showing that I am undecorating for fall, and I basically decorate the house for her party, and then I take everything down, and then now I am actually getting ready to decorate for Christmas. So I promise you guys in next week's video, I will have my Christmas clean and decorate. It is going to be a little bit of a series because I have so much stuff. It takes me a long time to decorate. I'm very particular about my Christmas decor. I hardly decorate for any other holiday. This was my first year decorating for fall. Like, this is the most fall stuff I've ever decorated. But other than birthday parties and Christmas, I basically go all out. And the reason I go all out is not for a video, not for anything like this. I have been doing this for years, is because I absolutely love it. I typically host Christmas and Christmas Eve at our house. My grandparents live in Ohio, so my parents go to Ohio, so then I typically host it with all of Chris's family, and then we do like Christmas with my mom and stepdad and sister all a week or so before, because they're typically out of town. So I want everybody to come to my house for Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and then I also host a Christmas cookie party with all of our friends come over. And basically what we do is we have a Christmas cookie competition where whoever wins the best Christmas cookie, then they kind of win a small prize. So leave me a comment below. Do you guys host any or go to any like festive holiday parties? Do you still have like work parties? Do you guys have ugly sweater parties? Give me some ideas down below, and what I think I'll do is I'll gather up all the ideas and then share them in another video.
Maybe it's 'cause we're young, got time and we're wasted, got no plans for the night. I love how you look at me, feeling low, nothing to lose. Can we say it tonight? 'Cause I don't wanna go. I know the tension's gone now, and that you won't stay here. Keep looking back, don't wanna forget you. Yeah, I wanna do it all again, so I keep pushing rewind, hoping you'll still by my side. We can't get lost in time.
ran out of storage boxes here. My goal is to get everything out of Amazon cardboard boxes, which I typically used to store like all of my decorations. I know that's probably not the best thing, but hopefully in the next couple of months I can go through some of this stuff and then try and get rid of all of those cardboard boxes and put them into clear bins so I can actually see what I have. Does anybody else use cardboard boxes for whenever you store decorations, or are you guys already completely organized?
You know that I don't wanna feel this way again. So let's pick up the pieces that we left unsaid. I know the tension's gone now, and that you won't stay here. Keep looking back, don't wanna forget you. Yeah, I wanna do it all again. So I keep pushing rewind. Hoping you'll survive.
So everything is pretty bare right now while I set up a little bit for her party, but I am finally taking all of this stuff on the dining room table over to Goodwill so that I have this whole area cleared off.
Yeah, I wanna do it all again.
So now we have ended Friday. I finished decorating for the party, and now we are on to Sunday morning once again. So obviously this is not a typical Sunday morning cleaning for me. I tried to get a lot done actually the night before, but you know, over the next couple of hours I'm going to try and get as much done as possible. So if you want to stick around, I'm going to clean up the living room area and outside only before I end the video.
I might go too fast. I don't care about those limits, 'cause I want this to last like nothing ever lasts before. I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich, though I don't know nothing. Oh, I can't let this slip. No, I gotta seize the moment. Have you even noticed? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Don't wanna go fast, 'cause I know that people get scared sometimes. Hope it's not this time, 'cause I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich, though I don't know nothing. Oh, I can't let this slip. No, I gotta seize the moment. Have you even noticed? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about.
If you couldn't already tell, we had an Elsa/princess party, but it does feel good to get everything cleaned up. That way I can focus on Christmas. But one of the activities that they did do was, because her birthday is so close to Halloween, that I bought these little 69-cent mini pumpkins and then some washable paint, and also the kids just kind of paint everywhere. Somehow someone ended up on this table, but luckily I was able to wash it all off. So that was a Sunday to Sunday cleaning routine. As you can see, I just pick pockets or areas that I have some free time and get as much done as possible. So even though these are 30 or so minute videos, just know that it does take a while to get this all done. But I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you are planning on watching a lot of the Christmas content, then make sure you're subscribed and click that bell notification so you don't miss out.